New York City, 1932. America was deep in the Great Depression. The streets were noisy, crowded, yet filled with silence in people's eyes. Jobs were gone, money was gone, hope fading fast. One cold March day, a young man named Joseph Markowski arrived at Grand Central Station. He had just come from Poland, chasing a dream of a better life. He carried only one thing, a worn-out fabric suitcase. Inside his entire world, a few letters from his older brother already in the US, a photo of his parents, 2 Polish poetry books, and a few typed pages, the beginning of a novel he hoped to write. Joseph spoke little English, but he was determined. He dreamed of becoming a writer, or at least a reporter. But first he had to survive. He stepped into the Grand Station. Marble floors, high arched ceilings, a starry sky painted above. It all felt overwhelming. He placed his suitcase on the ground for just a moment to buy a cheap bun and coffee from a street vendor near the exit. And when he turned around, the suitcase was gone. At first he thought he had made a mistake, then that someone had played a trick. Then came panic. He asked around, tried to explain to the police, but his accent and desperation made it hard. No one could find the bag. No one really tried. For the next 2 nights, Joseph slept on a wooden bench near the station. He had no money, no documents, no address. Everything was in that suitcase. He was lost. On the 3rd day, just before noon, a woman in a simple grey coat approached him. She was a cleaning lady at the station. In hesitant, softly accented Polish, she asked, "Excuse me, did you lose a suitcase?" He looked at her in disbelief. She opened her bag and pulled out one of the letters. It had his name on it. She had found the suitcase tucked behind a column in one of the far halls. Someone had likely taken it and abandoned it when they saw there was nothing of value to steal. But she, Maria Kowalska, a fellow Polish immigrant, had seen the Polish letters and decided to keep it safe. She returned to the station every day, hoping to find the owner. And she did. Joseph cried. He didn't know what to say. All he could do was bow, thank her, and promise that one day he would write about this moment. Years later, Joseph became a journalist and then a published writer. His first story was called The Suitcase at the Station. He never mentioned the woman's name. He simply wrote, "I had lost everything. And in that moment, life gave me exactly what I needed: kindness, presence, and hope." Sometimes one person is enough to make a whole city feel less cold. Sometimes we overvalue things and undervalue what people can give us with just one simple act. Joseph could have lost his dream that day. Instead, he found proof that it was worth chasing. Have you ever been helped like that? By a stranger? Or maybe you've been that person without even realizing it. Share your story in the comments. Subscribe for more true and quiet stories from the past.